Hi guys, and welcome to Body Masters Coaching. So today I've put together a few little calorie saving tips to help you out and just help you achieve your goals and streamline your results. One of my calorie saving tips for you is this, and I'm going to give you a few today, but number one is to not go shopping whilst you are hungry. I'm sure many of you have been in a situation before where you've got hungry, or you've got home, you've not really eaten properly, your partner or your friend or whatever, or you might have just gone to the supermarket by yourself and you're walking around, and whilst you're walking around you're feeling the physical sensation of hunger, and you're walking around the supermarket, and as you're walking around you start to put things in your basket that you wouldn't normally do, but because you're hungry or because you're craving something and you're feeling particularly weak at this point, then they go in the basket. And then you get them home, and then you're okay at the start, or maybe you're not okay at the start, and you just dive right in because you've got access to all this food now and you can eat it. Okay, that's the first situation. The second situation is you don't go for it. You put that bad food in your cupboards, it goes away, you don't really think about it, and then a few days later on the cravings kick in, and you go to your cupboard and you open the cupboards up, and there's all that food that you bought from the supermarket a few days ago when you were feeling particularly hungry, and you overbought because you were really hungry. Big tip is to not actually put yourself in that situation when you go shopping, or before you actually set off. If you're going to go shopping and there's nothing you can do about it, have a clear defined set of shopping lists, if you will, of what you're going to buy and what's going to stay out of your basket. That way you don't fall trap or prey to either of those two situations. Calorie saving tip number 2. When you're choosing alcohol, okay, calories do count. So for example, you've got a myriad of options out there. If you look at some beers can be 300-400 calories per pint, and if you've only got 1,500 a day to go at, a couple of pints can send you way over your calorie limit. Okay, when it comes to some spirits, vodka and soda is a lot less calories than, say, vodka and orange juice, or vodka and tonic, like proper tonic, or you can use slimline tonic. Okay, so next calorie saving tip is based on alcohol is be very selective about what alcohols you're actually choosing and what mixers you're choosing to go with those, because again they can very quickly crank up your calories, and they're pretty much dead calories either. They don't actually serve any purpose to you whatsoever. All they do is burn through your calorie allowance for the day and deplete good nutrition out of your system. Calorie saving tip number 3. Be aware of fruit sugar. Okay, fruit is not bad for you. Okay, but fruit juices, as an example, are just loaded full of sugar, and they don't actually contain any nutritional benefit. Okay, they taste nice, they mix well with alcohol and a few other things, but they don't actually usually give you any nutrients or any good quality nutrition. So, and those calories can very quickly stack up. So instead of having, say, orange juice, if you want the actual vitamin C from the orange juice, have an orange. Okay, you'll find it far more satisfying, far more refreshing, and there's more nourishment in it. Calorie tip number 4. Okay, and this kind of ties in with the shopping thing. I was in a situation today where I went into Starbucks. I was particularly hungry and I wanted something to eat, and the only thing they had was well, it was rubbish, it was crap. So I thought, I'm not conforming to you, I will choose and eat later on. So I walked somewhere else, and I went into Costa actually, and I found something that was gluten-free. It was a gluten-free sandwich. So the calorie saving tip is don't just conform to society. Live by your own rules and make your own choices, and then own those choices. All right. So for example, I made that choice today where I didn't choose to have something that it was just because there was nothing else available. I could have chosen to have something that was full of gluten and upset my digestive system, but I I don't play that game. So yeah, so make your own choices and stick to your own decisions and you know, live your life. Okay, it's your life, it's not someone else's. And calorie tip number 5. Okay, this is as soon as I say it, it's gonna be really obvious and it's gonna be really easy to understand, but people miss it. You can't get enough of this stuff. Okay, water is essential to your health and your vitality, and quite often not, people eat when they're actually thirsty. Okay, the hunger, thirst sensations can get very easily mixed up. So you know, if you've eaten already and you're still feeling hungry, before you reach for seconds or before you go and get something else that you may not necessarily need, try having a pint or half a pint of water first. Wait 20 minutes, let that settle into your system, and if you're still hungry after that, then okay, chances are you probably actually do need something to eat. Just if you've eaten something and you're still feeling hungry within a few minutes, don't just reach for seconds, especially if you're on a calorie restriction or you're trying to, you know, lose weight or be healthy. Okay, get some water in your system first instead and see if that makes a difference.